growth therapy.
Okay, cool. All right. Just relax, chill. I always love a candid beginning, but let's get into it because I do have a lot of questions and a few stories.
Ooh.
I feel like I want to talk to you about so much.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Hi, guys. It's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Growth Therapy. And guess what? You have probably seen her all over your For You page because she's definitely on mine. We have Dr. Tara, who is a sex expert.
It's Dr. Tara.
Dr. Tara. Tara. I am the worst. Dr. Tara in the building, bitch. She is here to educate us about sex and to just kiki and chill.
Yeah.
So,
Did you say kiki and chill?
Kiki and chill.
I love that. No, it's okay. Because I feel like I give people a lot of leeway with my name because I feel like when I first moved to America, everyone called me Tara. And I just didn't think about it. I just thought it's an American version. Because Tara in Thai, like where I'm from, Tara in Thai means river. Like a stream of water.
That's so beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. But when I came here, I know that there is a version in America that's Tara. And there's a famous person like Tara Reid.
Right.
So I just literally, I was in America for 2 years before I started correcting anyone about my name. And that should also give you the context of how much anxiety I have and how much of a people pleaser I was. I didn't even correct people about my name.
I get that because honestly, I hate when people do that too. Because for me, my name is Stefanie, but it's spelled with an F. And it's just it's just so frustrating having to correct people. And sometimes there is that anxiety where I'm I don't really feel like standing up for myself right now.
Don't want to be difficult.
Right. I'll just deal with it. And what even makes it even more difficult, and I blame this on my mom, is that if you say Steph, it's 2 Fs. So Stephanie is 1 F. Steph is spelled with 2 Fs.
Oh.
And so it's having to always, so it's so people are like, Steph with 1 F. I'm like, it's 2 Fs. And it's just always, I'm always got to correct somebody. So I get that. And I feel bad that I was that person, but.
No, that's okay. This is a learning moment.
It is.
Right? It is. It really is. You being open-minded and sharing about your name and me, correcting you and not being a people pleaser. Right. This is a whole therapy session.
We're learning,
girl.
right?
Yeah.
We're grown now. We're grown-ass women. So we need to stand up for ourselves.
Yes.
No, I just go back into therapy and my therapist was like, we're gonna really get you to remind you who the fuck you are. I was like, thank you. So we're getting there.
I've been recently, actually the last few years, I've been a big fan of a life coach. Ooh. So I have a life coach and I love her.
Oh my gosh, shout out to the life coach.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been in therapy for maintenance purposes for a long time. And at that point in time, a few years ago, I just felt like it was time for me to do the switch and try something else as well.
Yeah.
And so I found my person through a ceremony thing, an event.
Yeah.
And then, I just, ever since I've been seeing her regularly.
Oh, I love that. So what's the difference between having a life coach and a therapist?
Well, their trainings were different, right? Like a therapist, depending on what type of therapist you're seeing, but the training that they've had informed them of the expertise that they have at the time. So if it's a sex therapist or a trauma-informed therapist or family and relationship therapist, and whether or not they're licensed or not licensed. So there's all kinds of credentials surrounding being a therapist. A life coach also has their own type of credentials and all the experiences and the methods that they learn on how to help people. So not all life coaches are the same. And the coach my coach is trained on helping you talk to the little person inside you.
Yeah. That shit always makes me cry.
Yeah. Oh my God. I bawl in sessions with her, which informs me that there is something that I'm suppressing. Right? That I'm not saying.
I want to cry right now.
Normal days. No, it's true. It's funny because I cry almost every session.
Yeah.
And she just knows how to talk to the little girl in me and how to help me talk to her. So that has been an incredible journey for me, and I'm so thankful that I have the resources to do so.
Yeah,
because I'm on broke girl therapy, so I know like it takes resources to go to therapy.
It does,
and to get coaches, and so I'm very grateful for that.
For sure. So, shout out to therapy, go to therapy. So rewind on your life. How did you, what made you decide to get into like sex education?
Yeah. So I'm originally from Thailand, from Bangkok.
Oh
Have
my
you ever
God.
been?
No, I've never been, but that's on my bucket list.
Do
to
you
go to
love
Thailand.
Thai food?
Obsessed with
What's
Thai
your favorite
food.
dish?
Oh my
This is
God.
a test.
This is a test. I know, right? Because it's like, am I basic bitch or
Sure.
not? Like
Everyone listening.
pad thai?
Everyone listening. What is your favorite dish? I'm gonna judge you based on that.
I don't know the name of it, but I always get like the green beans with like chicken, and it's like spicy.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's called Pad Prick King.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called in English.
Yeah, but I love that, and I also like obviously the pad thai, all those stuff. But I also love like the green curry. Like the curries are just all good.
They're so good. I just had green curry last night.
I love green curry.
I miss home. But at the same time, so I'm originally from Bangkok. Throughout my life, I went to an all-girls Catholic school. So that like Catholic guilt that people experience, I'm there with you. I'm not a Catholic, but through schooling, I'm exposed to those ideologies like every single day. Like we pray every day, we have mass, like, so I do all the things just like a Catholic person. But I'm a Buddhist, so I grew up in like a very infused, like a different cultures, different beliefs, but at the same time, like my family is very religious, like Buddhist people. Buddhist people. I can't even talk. Buddhist people. But yet, like, I from Monday through Friday, I'm at a Catholic school. So that's how I grew up, with like a lot of kind of confusion, and a lot of it is like negative feelings about sexuality, negative feelings about being a woman. I remember being 11 and like using my bidet for like extra long time because it felt good, but I had no idea what it was.
Exactly. Oh my God, the bidet.
Yeah, the bidet. Only in Asian countries, I think.
Yeah, because we didn't have bidets.
No, America doesn't have bidet. I'm like, you guys have the worst assholes.
Literally, well, no, I'm Filipino. We have a tabo. You know what I mean? Right. So like, we didn't have a bidet. We had a bucket.
Yes. But somehow like water washing. Right. I'm like, Americans are nasty ass. Yeah. Just dry wipe your butt. Right. But yeah, I just remember that ever since I was young, I was very sexually curious, and I was always kind of horny, but at the time I didn't know what it was. I had a very like young sexual exploration because I went to an all-girls school. So like when I was in middle school, I was like having sexual relations with sexual relations. Feels like I'm Bill Clinton. Sexual relations with this girl. I know. There was no penetration involved.
Yeah, it was like just dry humping.
Like, just like touching each other and like.
I love a little dry humping in middle school. It was the best.
And like kind of clit massaging, like like underwear massaging.
So
all of my like early teenager sexual experiences have been with women, with girls.
When you were younger?
Yeah.
You first started with women?
Yeah, because I had no access to men.
Oh, right, because it was all women, all girls.
Yeah, but it also helped me realize that I am bisexual. I do like both. So at that time, I remember like fast forward to high school. I went to high school in Finland, and it was co-ed. So that was like my first time kind of seeing guys, and also guys that are naked, because in Finland they love going to saunas.
Oh shit.
Like they go to saunas every day, and they go to saunas naked.
What a life.
Yeah, because for them it's like body neutrality. Like they don't care about naked bodies. You can go to the sauna with your grandpa, your uncle, and like see all their balls. It's no one cares. They don't look at you.
What? We need to go move to Finland. Yeah. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, like they don't shame you. They don't care. Like it's not that they like celebrate it or whatever, because they don't. They just don't care.
Right.
Which is
That's
like
crazy.
I don't know I don't know about your personal philosophy when it comes to body image, but for me,
I struggle with it.
But for me, I like body neutrality. It's like I fuck with that way more than body positivity.
Oh, I agree. I definitely am more just like, I'm learning to just be more neutral versus trying to be like, I'm obsessed with my, you know what I mean?
I appreciate everything that my body
I'm
does
just happy with like just being healthy and getting in here and getting through the day.
And have legs.
Have legs, you know? And if you don't, like, that's okay.
That's okay.
Too. Like, you know?
Yeah. So that was my exposure to just, I guess, even more like confusion. It's both like liberating, but also like confusing because I'm from a very conservative environment. My like Thai family, like Catholic school, all girls, no boys, then like go to school and all the boys and the dicks and the balls in the sauna.
Wow,
and I was so confused. But I basically had like sexual relations with like all kinds of people, you know, men, women. But that was the first time that I fooled around with a man. And
how old were you?
15.
Okay.
And he was French.
Ooh,
he was an international student from France. Shout out, man. He was good.
Wow.
Just kissing and
at that age too.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I feel like he peaked at like 11.
Yeah, I was gonna say like because at 15 we were still trying to figure out how to put it in.
I know.
Like,
I was a child. Like, I was still like, let's play tag. But he was like, oh no, baby girl. He was the same age, but he was so like suave. Like just, I assumed that he grew up in a very like sex positive environment and that he was able to just like be himself and explore at a young age because at 15 he was quite advanced and he was very charming. He had an accent, just so hot. And so I just remember whenever we get a chance, like I'd just be sitting on him, like he would like, we would be kissing, making out. He would then like, you know, play with my clit. Like I get wet, girl. Like that river, the Tara, like
it's flowing.
I get so wet. I just remember like that feeling. I also had a diary. Like, I wrote in my diary, which that's like a different story because then my parents found the diary later, which is a big deal. But anyways, I just remember how good it felt and how much I love being like turned on. And then I have to skip a few episodes here to fast forward. I came to America. I came to America and I first lived in Los Angeles. And comparing to like every other places in the world, Los Angeles it's very sexually liberated in a way. Right. Comparing to, you know, relative to like
to where
Asia or like the Middle East or like, you know, it's liberating. Like it's sexually liberating to be here. You can be a woman and like not wear a sports bra and like go out and
just be like in our little crop tops
shorts, which like that's not what you do, you know, in Thailand. So I just remember like, wow, this is liberating. I love it. Like I came to America and I immediately fell in love with America.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, I love it here. There are some parts that need improvement for sure. But I'm also like, I feel very privileged to like get all the good parts too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I decided to study relational and interpersonal communication for my master's because I've always been interested in relationships and dating and that like and sexuality. So I studied that in my master's. Loved it. During the master's program, I was able to become a teaching associate, like an instructor. My advisor was like, oh my God, like you're such a good instructor. Like, you know, your reviews are really good from students. Have you ever thought about becoming a professor? And I'm like, no, I just thought I would get my master's and go home and like, you know, do whatever, like family business. But she's like, oh, well, you know, it seems like you have a talent. I wouldn't want it to go to waste if you want to apply to PhD programs. If you don't get in, you can go home. If you get in, then you can decide. You have options. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. And I love America by then. I was like, I want to live I want to stay here. Like it's so liberating, so much freedom comparing to being home. Right. And like having curfew at home. So I'm like, I do want to stay in America. What can I do? So I decided to study for GRE. I applied. I got into a few places. I decided to go to Arizona State because I went to visit the campus. The campus was beautiful. The people were beautiful. The weather was not crazy, like not good at that time because it was a summer, but it does get amazing the rest of the year. Like only the summer was shitty.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go here. Plus, I also wanted to study particularly with like the two professors that were there. One of them is well known for studying evolutionary theory and how that affects like sexual communication and health communication. And then the other woman, Dr. Laura Guerrero, is known for studying attachment and how that affects jealousy. And I was a jealous little girl.
Yeah.
So I was curious about that. So
okay,
I decided to go there.
Amazing.
Yeah. And throughout those 4 years, I studied and I was also researching, publishing, presenting at conference and teaching. Because when you go to a PhD program in the United States, 99% of the time, it's free. Like you get full ride scholarship, but you would teach for them. And you get paid like minimum wage.
I see.
Yeah, but you teach 2 classes. Yeah. So I taught throughout.
Yeah.
So I had already 4 years of experiences by the time I graduate with my PhD. The first paper that I published in an academic journal was about successful long distance relationships.
Ooh.
Yeah, because at the time I was always like motivated by my like personal passion, but at the time I was in a long distance relationship and I was so curious about how can I make this work. I did not make it work, but I studied it.
Yeah.
I researched it. I found factors that predicted successful long distance relationships, but they were factors that I didn't have. So I knew that mine wasn't going to work.
What were those factors?
Yeah.
Because we were in a long distance relationship in the first like year and a half, me and my boyfriend.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I feel like, successful because we're still together.
Successful, you're still together and you moved here together. And that was one of the factors. So 3 main factors that predict potentially successful long distance relationship are, number 1 is communication protocols. Like you have to have regular communication.
Yeah.
I can't believe some people like don't talk to their long distance partner for like 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
I'm like, yeah, then you lose the bond.
Yeah, I always said like I felt like I was glad that our relationship started off long distance because it really like taught us how to communicate. Like what was our communication style? Like what was it? And we really just like I believe we have great communication style now because of the long distance.
It's so important.
Yeah. It's so important, but it doesn't work for everyone. Not everyone can do that with each other. It's crazy because I've had other partners that
right. And myself and lots of people that I have observed just couldn't be in a long distance relationship. So communication protocol is really important. Talking about like, okay, how often do we want to have a phone call? How often do we want to have FaceTime? How often can we text? And get on the same page of that so that no one gets bitter, no one gets resentful. So that's really important. The second part is mutual plan. So plan of moving in together or plan of moving to a certain country together. Because a lot of the subjects that were in my study were international students. So they were in different countries. Yeah. So they had to have a plan. Like, what are we going to do in 2 years? Like, oh, okay, my degrees is 2 years. After 2 years, I'm going to move to China. Yeah. Right? Like, there has to be some kind of a plan. Not to say that you're going to go through it 100%, but you have
just
to
know that you're willing to do it. Yeah, exactly.
Because if you can't even agree on that, there's no way this is going to work.
I agree.
Like some kind of plan. And then lastly, believe it or not, intimacy. Because you don't need to physically be together to have sexual intimacy.
We did a lot of phone sex.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we did all the things.
Yes, you did all. That's why you're here.
That's why we're here today.
This is the testament of my study.
There we go. I passed the test.
You had all 3 factors, and that's why you're in a successful long distance relationship.
Yeah. Because even before we had like actual like physical penetration sex, like we just did phone sex.
Just fool around. Yeah. Like just talk about the sex thing. And like
what do you like? Yeah. What are you into?
Maybe send naughty pics to each other. Yeah. Maybe masturbate at the same time. There's so many different things you can do, but at the same time, it's like keeping that going. Because if you don't really have that part, then it's hard to keep a romantic
For sure.
sexual, right? Like passionate long distance relationship.
Yeah, because it's just like you're just phoning in a friend.
Yeah,
Like, you know
literally.
what I
And
mean?
then what's the difference between talking to this guy and my friend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was the first study I published, and I was very proud. I was a proud student. And then after I graduated, so throughout the PhD program, I studied sex and relationships, but particularly within the context of human communication. Like, what are some of the important factors that contribute to successful, like ABC?
Mhm.
So I was always studying that. So when I got my dream job as a professor at Cal State Fullerton,
Love that.
I was stoked to move back to Southern California because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to go back to LA. Like, all I want to do is go back to LA.
Oh.
I want to live in LA. I love LA. I love America.
Yeah.
Give me citizenship.
Yeah.
But basically, I just wanted to come back here. I love the climate and I love like how diverse it is. I love how open-minded most people are. So I want to come back here.
Yeah.
So I was really, really stoked that I got that job. When I got that job, I got the opportunity to teach a class called sexual communication. And it just is an incredible class that I got to teach because through teaching it, I learned so much more. Because when you teach a class, there's so much prep that goes into teaching a college class.
I could see that because
for
it's like
4
you have
months.
to make sure your facts are researched and correct.
And people can ask you anything, and in class you want to have the answer.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just so much prep. Like through prepping, researching, memorizing, like I just feel like I gained so much confidence in talking about this topic that like I'm not concerned. Anyone can ask me anything, So that was like a good part about getting into this industry as kind of like right now as like an influencer, if you will.
Yeah.
Because with my background, I have no fear. Like I have no anxiety. Ask me anything. Because like I didn't just got here. Like I studied a lot. I researched a lot. I prep a lot for this class.
Yeah.
Also,
you have your PhD.
Yeah. But you'd be surprised how many people still question that.
Really?
Oh, so many.
I feel like
on the internet.
Well, because the internet,
Yeah,
people are
the internet.
Yeah. Because I feel like people. I think it's because it's like, oh, PhD, but like in sex.
Yeah.
So people question that and like
and you're
doubt
a young
that.
woman.
And you're a
woman
young
of color.
beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Of color. And so they're just like, yeah, right.
Yeah,
sure.
she doesn't know shit.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, about sex. Like they almost kind of look at it as like not a real thing.
Exactly.
I feel like that's how they act like it.
Exactly.
I trust because in the comments too, like I've had obviously like, therapists and professionals and like, they say something and then people in the comments who obviously don't have a degree in it are like, I think she's incorrect because then I'm like, I'm sorry, I'd rather listen to someone who studied this than like your comment. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get that.
Thank you for sharing that because it is like a pain point, It's a frustration that I have is the fact that I am a younger looking woman of color. Like people can't, not everybody, of course. I would say only 10% of the comments, like they just can't take me seriously. When I know I have a friend, which I really enjoy his content too, but he's a straight man that looks serious. He wears glasses and he's a PhD student. And he talks about studies in a very serious manner. And everyone is like, oh my God, you're such an amazing researcher. You like love how you talk about research.
He's a man.
Yeah, because he's a man that wears glasses that talks about things seriously. And if you talk through the device of comedy, right? Because like I try to be humorous when I teach stuff.
And relatable.
And
stuff like that.
and looking young. It's hard. It's really, really hard.
Yeah. But I'd rather like take, advice from someone like you than someone who's like so serious because I'm like, have you even seen pussy, bro? You know what I mean? Like I'm like I question them. I'm like, did you ever have you lost your virginity? Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like someone like you, I'd be like, okay, she's lit. I feel like she's
Oh yeah, like she fucks.
She fucks for sure. Like I believe it.
I fuck for sure. I fuck for sure, and I love multiple orgasms, and I squirt.
Okay, can we get into that because I've talked about squirting a few times before, but I don't think I've ever had like the right advice or just knowledge of what squirting is or how to do it. So how do you squirt? Like, how do you train your body to do that? And like, what is even squirting?
So
Squirting 101.
yeah, squirting 101. It's so controversial because like people are still like, okay, is it pee? Is it not pee?
Right.
And to me, it's like, is it like a productive discussion whether or not it's pee? Like, let's say it is a little pee, a little something else.
Like, who cares? You still squirted.
It's just it's squirt. It's a different category. It's pee mixed with other fluids. Okay,
Right.
like let's rest that. It's pee mixed with other fluids.
Like, relax.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So comes to like how I haven't always been able to squirt until I would say 4 years ago.
Okay.
4 years ago, had my first like proper squirt where I felt like, oh my God, I just squirted. And then ever since then, I was able to squirt.
Oh.
So how I got there, a lot of it is number one, feeling relaxed. So it's very important to like be able to relax in your own body and like just lay there and not trying to like look a certain way or like, you know, move your body in a certain way, like literally just lay there and be comfortable of like the way you look, how you feel, and like the other person in the room.
Yeah.
At the time, like with the other person in the room, I was already like very comfortable with this person, and I just knew that I'm not being judged in any ways. So mentally, I was able to let go. Then physically, much easier to let go when you have already mentally let go.
Yeah. Yes.
So I was relaxed, right? Now, the first time I squirted was through fingering, like getting fingered, which is a much more accessible way to squirt than like penetrative sex, like with a penis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fingering, like if you want to squirt, train your partner to finger you.
Okay.
So with fingering, you have to like first off, you have to be able to relax like the whole body, but particularly the lower part of your body. You want to angle your butt up a little bit. So like you want to prop it up with a pillow. And then you want to make sure that your partner like loop their fingers and then know how to like get in and like kind of doing this motion.
Yeah. Okay, so they just have to be consistent with that motion?
Yeah, you can do one finger or two fingers depending on like your vagina and your preference. You can do like this and you literally just keep doing this. It helps if you also put a vibrator on your clit.
Ooh, okay. I love a vibrator. Yeah. I'm like pro vibrator during sex all the time.
So great.
Yeah.
So vibrator on the clit, but maybe a low function. So like you don't get taken away by just the vibrator.
Yeah.
And then like focus on breathing while they finger you. And then have them finger you, just keep the same pace for a while. Like a while. And then you'll be able to feel like, oh my God, there is a buildup.
Yeah.
And it is a surprise the first time, the buildup. Like, oh my God, it is a buildup.
Yeah.
And then you just build up. And then you're about to come, then you're going to come, then you just shoot it out, like push it out, kind of like peeing, like push it out.
You have to like push it out yourself?
Yeah, you push it out.
Oh.
Then you push it out and that's squirt.
That's crazy. The most graphic thing that's ever.
Oh,
so when they're in the vagina, like fingering you, is there like what part? Because there's like the ridges.
Yeah.
There's like, is there a specific part in the vagina that you're supposed to be like playing with?
Yeah, it's the ridges. Like
it's the ridges. Okay.
Like G zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That G zone. Basically like the top. So like when you insert your finger is the top part.
Okay.
Yeah. A couple inches inside on the top part of the vaginal wall.
We're going to do this tonight.
And just like do this and just try, but also like breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe in, breathe out, like, and relax your body. And then like you will, especially when you have a vibrator on you, you will feel the buildup.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the trick was to let go once you're about to come. Like you got to shoot it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so great. It's like so
I'm
fun.
so excited. I feel like now I could squirt even though I haven't.
You can. Yeah. You totally can. Everyone can. And it's such a fun way to come.
I feel like I've squirted before.
Yes. I feel like if you, do you feel like you've had good sex?
Yes, amazing.
Okay, I feel like you've squirted before because women do squirt when they have like penis and vagina, like
Yeah.
penetrative sex, especially the
Yeah.
good ones, especially if it's like penetrating and rubbing that area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what I remember one time I was riding and then I was coming and then he even like cheered on because he's like felt like there was squirt, like it got like even wetter.
Yeah.
Like he was like, oh, what was that? Like he felt it. It was like,
squirt.
woo!
Yeah.
Like it was just like, what happened? He was like, I felt like that was like,
You totally squirted.
yeah, I totally, okay.
If you
So-
feel like it's all of a sudden like just extra like watery,
Yeah.
it's squirt.
Oh.
Right? Because like women, like when we come, it's kind of creamy and white, right?
Yes.
But if it's watery, it's squirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I peed on him. Just kidding.
Yes, good.
But that's okay.
Pee
There's
is
no-
totally okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Right? Like
It's-
why are we so worried
And
about the
it's
pee?
It's not like you're peeing for 2 minutes.
Exactly.
It's
It's just like-
literally 5 seconds.
It's like you're already inside
Yeah.
my fucking vagina.
Yeah, and also
like
it's a myth that all squirts is like 5 feet. It's not. Like sometimes it's just like a
okay, and not
it's
like
no,
like a shooter.
half a foot. Like yeah, sometimes it's just like a not like a
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you see porn and you like just see all that stuff
so
and you
a
think
trick is like sometimes they will even have a water bottle.
I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
production.
It's
like
production, it's
they're
production.
they're just like overly exaggerating.
Like you are an amateur sex person. Like you're not a professional athlete.
exactly.
Like
Okay,
you're
you're
not gonna be
right.
shooting 5 feet.
Okay, because I always thought that that's what it's supposed to be. Because I was like, I didn't shoot out
No,
like
you're
it was like a squirt.
You're like a school production Le Miserables,
Yeah.
not a Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, you're not the real deal.
Hugh
Okay,
Jackman Le
yeah.
Miserables.
You're just a school play version.
Yep.
It's so funny. So I have like a list of questions I feel like I get commonly asked because I get people sending emails and questions and stories, and so I just want to like run it by you because I mean I give advice sometimes based off of my experience, but they're always again we like to have the professionals to back it up. So number one, and I'm sure you've heard this a million times, tips for people who think their vagina is broken and can't come. Because I used to think too, like before I used to feel like I used to never really come and I thought that like something was wrong with me. Is that possible? Can something be wrong in your vagina, cervix, or whatever it is
Yeah.
to like where you can't orgasm? Is that possible?
I mean, it's always possible to have like a medical condition.
Yeah.
But if you see your gyno regularly, you'll get your pap smear, and the doctor
I got a
says
pap
you're
smear
fine.
today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I literally
This
did.
morning?
This morning.
And you're good?
I'm
All
good. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
so if you get regular pap smears, you see your gyno, you're fine.
Yeah.
A lot of the inability to orgasm comes from mainly 2 factors. One, the inability to let go, right? Mentally and
Relax,
physically.
yeah.
You can't relax. You can't get in tune with your body. You can't get into your body.
Yeah.
So that's the first factor. The second factor is there isn't enough warm up. Like you're not going to ever have vaginal orgasm if there's not enough stimulation in your body and in your clitoris. It's really, really hard for a normal girl to like have vaginal orgasm from just like kissing and then insert. Like
Yeah,
you're
that's
never
not-
going to have
that's so
vaginal
true,
orgasm
yeah.
from that. So I think if the question is like, is my vagina broken? The answer is it is not. It is not broken. You have to consider these 2 factors. And let's say you cannot get like out of your head and you cannot connect with your body. There are things you can do in order to become more in tune with your body and relax and be ready to receive pleasure. And the main practice that I do regularly, and there's lots of research to back this up, is sexual meditation.
Oh, what's a sexual meditation?
Sexual meditation is like a regular meditation practice, but it focuses on sexual thoughts, feelings, and sensations in your body. So if you already do like regular meditation, maybe it's like positive energy meditation, reducing anxiety meditation. This is just one type. It's like a genre of meditation.
Right.
You can do it by yourself by like closing your eyes and just go through like regular meditation protocol. But instead of thinking about like, let's say reducing your anxiety, but maybe think about a positive sexual outcome. So like, what would orgasm feel like? What is a passionate sexual encounter? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Like, think vividly about this encounter and feel like, if you can feel it in your body, if you can feel it in your vagina, because even just talking about this, my vagina is throbbing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, like, because I'm so in tune with my womb and my vagina area that like, ooh.
We love
like,
pussy throb.
I can
love that
feel
moment.
it.
Yeah.
So when you do this regularly, even just a 5-minute sexual meditation session, but you do it like every day for a month, for example, or like every other day, or a couple of times a week for a month or two, you will know that you'll notice that you feel a lot more in general. Like, you have better connection with the sensations in your body. You're able to like fuck it and let go during sex and just focus on yourself and your partner. It's so, the benefits are immense. I think it's criminal that it's not talked about more, but I know why. Because pharmaceuticals want to sell you stuff.
Right.
They always want to sell you stuff. Because this practice works beautifully for men with ED. Sexual meditation helps men gain back their functioning. But no, because we can't make money from meditation.
So we got to give them the Viagra.
Yeah, you want to give them pharmaceuticals so that everyone can make money. So not enough education about sexual meditation.
Oh.
Yeah.
No one
so
talks
powerful.
about that. Like, I mean, they talk about, meditate for your mental health, but like meditate for your sexual health.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And there's lots of research from different famous researchers in the area, but particularly from the University of British Columbia. There's a lot of research, particularly about like an intervention that focuses on sexual mindfulness. And one of the practices that's the most powerful that they found is meditation, sexual meditation. There was a study, an experiment that Dr. Lori Brotto conducted that was like, the subjects were women who had cervical cancer. So for them, they have a lot of like emotional, mental scars with like their vagina and the whole system. A lot of them reported that they do not feel sexual, do not enjoy sex, did not think they would like have an orgasm or enjoy sex again.
Right.
After entering this intervention, this experiment, the majority of them reported feeling sexual again, gained their sexual desires back. Now they want to have sex. Now they feel optimistic about experiencing pleasure and orgasm. So it is powerful.
I was going to say, because like that's one thing that I've been like talking consistently about lately is that my libido has been down.
Yeah.
Like my boyfriend could like fuck all the time. I mean, he's, he has the drive.
Yeah.
But I like, it's just like sometimes I'm just really not in the mood. I think a lot of it has, being ADHD, that's really affects. So I get like a lot of anxiety because of that.
Yeah.
And I just think like, I don't know. I just feel like my libido has just like slowed down. And I'm like, how the fuck do I just want to? I miss being the days where I was just always horny.
You're not the first person that said this. I have thousands of women that are like, I miss my old, like 20-year-old libido.
I used to always want to fuck or hump something. Like I was always wanting to hump something. And now I'm just like, I don't care about humping. Like, what the hell, Like, so what is libido even a thing? Like, what plays a part and how do I like, I don't want to say fix that, but how do I, change it?
Yeah. So we have to, when we think of libido, we have to consider different factors that go into libido or sexual desire. There's, first off, hormones. We're in our 30s. We're not going to be the same as when we were 18 and horny all the time and just want to hump.
Yeah.
So hormones are different.
Yeah.
There's responsibilities. So external factors. So first, hormones like biofactor. Second is external factors, responsibilities, bills, taxes, like shit we did not have when we were 21, when we just partying, looking sexy and fucking.
Yeah, just like you didn't care about anything.
No, you did not have to.
You just want to get fucked. You just want attention.
Yeah,
like,
you just want attention. You just want to have fun.
Yeah.
So again, like be realistic about where you are in life and also be grateful of like where we are all in life, and life isn't, I mean, everybody knows this. Life isn't just about sex. And even though sex is to me, one of the most important things in ever as a human, as a human living through my experiences, I still think like giving yourself grace about all these other factors that are happening in our bodies too.
Right.
You know, the hormones part is really hard because we're women. Literally every month we fucking bleed. Men will never know or understand what that's like. Like they cut their fingers and they need band-aids. I'm like, shit, have you seen my vagina lately? I just fucking bled out like 2 tons of blood. You know, my lips are dry and pale.
I'm like, I don't want to even move from this fucking couch because I'm in pain.
It's really, really hard. So like those are 2 factors that are undeniably huge factors in a woman's life, right? But then there's also the factor of like long-term relationship. Long-term relationship exists for multiple reasons, right? Like one, bonding. Like as humans, we love bonding. It gives us security. It gives us like sense of purpose and, you know, the feeling of like we don't just exist alone. There is someone to go through life with. So it's like it's super powerful to be in a long-term committed relationship. But at the same time, a long-term relationship is anti-passion. Like
we're hitting we're like over 3 years now. So it's like that point where it's just like
when you're past 2 years, like so there's a 3-year hump, 5-year hump, 10-year hump. Yeah. Right? Like people getting a divorce after 2 years, 3 years, people getting a divorce after 5 years, and then after 10 years, because then they realize like they don't want to be with each other. So long-term relationship serves a lot of purposes, but like maintaining passion, isn't it? So the question then is rather like, how do I get my libido back? The question that's more important in a long-term relationship would be, how do we find the passion that's right for now?
Right.
What is passion? Like, let's define passion again. In a long-term relationship, the question is, what does passion look like now? Like, what would make both of us happy and sexually satisfied now? It is not how do we get what we had in our 20s back. And with couples, it is not how do we get the spark back. The spark is always there. It looks different now. Yeah. Different definitions. It's like when you work in corporate, you used to be a corporate girly. You move up, girl. Like you just move up. When you're in a long-term relationship, you can't be a sales associate forever. Now you are regional manager. Like let's redefine what that's like and what passion looks like for now. So that's why sexual communication, which is the class that I teach at Cal State Fullerton, it's so goddamn important because if you don't continuously talk about it, you won't know what the definition of passion is now.
Right. Yeah. Man, I want to go to Cal State Fullerton just to take your class.
You can.
Just be like, I'm just here for you. Yeah, because I mean, you know, it's especially for long-term relationships, it does. Yeah, we have to get the passion back. But I feel like we're intimate in a lot of ways. Like,
yes, there we're very so many ways.
Yeah, we're intimate and, you know, like in our words for each other and like cuddling and all that stuff. But it's just that like sex isn't just something that is like always happening. And it used to happen before more. I felt like more when we were in long distance relationships and when we see each other.
But
like,
it's also new. It was new.
Yes, it was new.
You're now in a long-term relationship. But you know what research also found is sexual meditation does help with sexual desire. So like it helps with libido. Yeah. As well as it helps couples because there's also like couple sexual meditation that you can do together. It also helps couples like kind of reignite that passion.
That passion, for sure.
So if you don't know how to meditate by yourself, you can always go to my YouTube. My YouTube.
I was going to say, I was like, is there anywhere we can go to like, because I like, you know, turning up, like a YouTube video or something.
So on my YouTube, I put out guided sexual meditation for people. It's completely free. There's a 5-minute one, a 10-minute one, a solo one, one for couples. So there's all kinds of sexual meditation that you can choose from that I'm the guide. Yeah. So if you are someone that loves meditating with a guide, I highly recommend going to YouTube and finding my sexual meditation. However, some people love meditating quietly. So that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to use your YouTube sexual
I use
meditation.
my sexual meditation.
I love that.
Listen to my own voice, massaging my clit.
Yeah, you're like, yes,
Yeah.
I love that.
It's just easier because I made what I thought was the best. Like,
right. Yeah,
because
you're
I
like,
try listening to so many, and there's a lot of men actually that put out sexual meditation like videos, and I just like don't like it. Like,
I don't think I would want to listen to a guy. I think I would want to listen to a girl because it's
Yeah.
something so more soothing and comforting.
because then the guy's like, okay, now stroke your clit.
right.
Like, I'm like, girl, I don't know.
I mean, I guess maybe it depends on what mood I'm in.
That's true. That is
like,
true.
That does depend.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next. This is obviously a question from a man. Is there a way to increase the volume of cum? Like when you like cum?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Scientifically, yeah.
How do you do that?
Drinking a lot of water.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Because again, like cum, it's still fluids.
Yeah.
So like if you're hydrated, you're going to cum more.
Okay.
So drinking a lot of water, and it's water, not like energy drinks.
Oh yeah, my Red Bull over here. Yeah.
No shame in the Red Bull game, but I also
That's
like Red Bull. But
yeah.
But definitely drinking lots and lots and lots of water, electrolytes.
Yeah.
And then there's also supplements out there that are natural supplements that is like a mix of different things like pineapple and maca and this and that have like separate studies to show that they work to increase volume and taste, like enhance the taste. So there's also those natural supplements that you can take, but please don't take any kind of medication for it because there's no need.
Yeah, no, my boyfriend takes some sort of like, cause he's all about his like natural supplements and he does that and he does drink a good amount of water. So like, yeah, no, he's a shooter. Sometimes I'm like, oh, like I have to like duck it because I'm like, oh my God. It's
but
like
it's
so
hot, right? I think like, I don't
know, I'm kind of scared of cum. Like sometimes I'm like, I get like, I don't know, I get like defensive with it. I'm like,
what?
I don't
have cum phobia?
I mean, I like it because I'm like, oh, that's hot, that's cool, you know. Anxiety. But then like but I feel like my natural reaction every time it's like, you know, let's say if I'm giving head and he like comes in my face or just whatever, he just shoots out. I'm just like, ah, like I feel like my natural reaction just like is to duck.
Do you swallow?
Sometimes, but it just depends on what I'm feeling.
Nasty.
Yeah, if I'm feeling
nasty. I swallow
nasty.
if I'm tipsy.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
if I'm drunk, I'm definitely swallowing.
I'm a nasty girl.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna swallow.
For sure.
But if I'm sober, I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's a little salty.
You're like, I really, for what? Okay, so one time I did swallow his cum and I felt like it tasted like water. I was like, ooh, I could like drink your cum all the time. Like, this is great, you know? And then
it's good protein.
Good protein. And then another day I ordered us Domino's and I gave him head and I tasted the Domino's girl. And I was like,
you tasted the Domino's?
I tasted it tasted like pizza. Like it tasted like cheese.
The cum tasted like pizza?
Yes.
Pizza cum.
Pizza cum. And it's funny because like right after I was like,
but I thought you liked pizza.
Not one. It's like in liquid form. In liquid form. I like pizza, but not when I'm like sucking your dick. You know.
You know what's a good hack is one of those edible lube.
Oh really?
Yeah. There's some brands out there that have edible lube and it's like flavored. So it kind of like it's like eating a lollipop.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, ooh, it's honeydew. Like
I don't mind like tasting the skin. Like I kind of like that, but it's just when he comes and it tastes like cheese.
Ooh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you like smelling his balls?
No. Do you like smelling balls?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm nervous to smell balls.
Why?
Because I don't know.
Maybe
I'm not
sweat,
there yet. Yeah, the sweat.
I love smelling balls.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
oh my
like
God.
My husband's balls. I love smelling. Every time he comes home, like take
especially
off your
like
pants,
after like the gym or
hold
something.
Down your pants. Let me smell your
balls. Oh my God. So that's how you know you love him.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if I smelled his balls, I probably would like it too. Cause I feel like even when, you know, like you.
Do you like his scent?
Yeah, I like his scent. So it's fine. But I just never think to smell the balls.
Well, to me, well, not just the balls, but the body.
Right.
Like, to me, the natural scent is like the easiest way to know that you are really into this person.
For sure.
Because it's so animalistic. So there is a whole body of research on this. And it's called like the olfactory system.
Yeah.
And there's researchers that study the olfactory system and attraction and all of those things. And, you know, I know that have you seen those pheromones?
Oh yeah,
Like
like the pheromones, like
the
perfumes.
perfume.
Yeah.
What do you think about them?
I don't know how those work. I
I
don't
don't
feel like it's just like
I don't think it works, but
okay.
they can try to convince me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm down to change, you know. I'm down to
We're
change my
open.
mind
Right.
anytime if you have evidence. Like, but in my current knowledge, there isn't like a perfume that you put on and it's like some like you be pulling girls and shit. Like
Right,
no,
like
there
stuff like
isn't
that
that.
doesn't yeah, like the commercials and stuff.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
like yeah, like I'll be like, oh, I like the way that you smell, but I'm not
Right.
like I want to fuck. You know what I
No,
mean? It doesn't like
yeah.
turn
But
me
then
on.
the advertisements be like that. Like
Yeah,
girls be
maybe
riding them because of the
right.
pheromones.
Maybe if it's like, over time, like I've dated someone or something and they wear like that one like cologne all the time and I've just like maybe got used to that scent with them. So if I
Yes.
smell that cologne somewhere else, I'm like,
So that would
oh,
be
I
like
miss him.
association, right? Like
Yeah.
psychological association,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But I think like all these pheromone perfume companies are just trying to sex
Oh, for
sells.
sure.
Like
Sex
they're trying to
sells.
sell sex.
Yeah. So
Uh,
don't believe in those, you guys.
No. Yeah. I'm open to hearing their evidence though. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
if they have studies and evidence, like I'm even down to try. Like
Right.
let me try
Because
it.
it could
See if
maybe could be, I
like,
could see how that could be a possible thing.
anything's possible. Like do you
Anything,
believe
yeah.
in astrology?
I love astrology.
That's
Yeah.
anything is possible. Right? If you believe in astrology,
That
if you
is
believe in like
hilarious.
crystals,
Yeah.
I believe in crystals, like then anything is possible. Like then
That's so
pheromone
funny.
perfume could be possible.
Wait, what's your sign?
I am a Virgo.
I love Virgos.
What about you?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, I love that. It's your birthday season.
Yeah, I just had my birthday,
Happy
January
birthday.
22nd. Thank you.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I love Aquariuses. I feel like they're so like inquisitive and always asking questions.
I'm always very curious. I'm asking too many questions.
Yeah. Well, one of my best friends is an Aquarius and is a therapist. And she
Oh.
said it's like the perfect job for me.
I have a lot of Virgo best friends, and I've been in love with 3 men in my life, and Brian obviously is the third one, but the first 2 were Virgos. Like Virgos
Wow.
have really played a huge part of my life.
Really?
And I feel like it's a lot of times when I like need a lot of grounding and like structure. It's when I'm like very chaotic is when I feel like I attract them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Virgos. Yep. Virgos love organization and love structure and love giving people like solutions
Oh,
and
for sure.
structure. And yeah, I do feel that a lot of people have told me that I feel very grounded, grounding when they're with me, which is good.
Yeah.
I have Sag rising, so I can be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, especially my like social media persona, I think a lot of people think I'm Sag because of the like
yeah,
the-
Sages are very like bubbly.
yeah. I have
yeah.
Sag rising, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But like internally, I am a Virgo. Like I love giving people organization and structure. Like
Yeah.
today, I just solved my husband's credit card issue. Like I just love
love
helping
that.
people
Like,
solve
solving
problems. Yeah.
I love that.
It's my love language.
Yeah, and for me, I'm like Aquarius are like such friend sluts. Like I like value my friendships like so much.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's so beautiful.
So, yeah.
We all need an Aquarius in our
we
lives.
all do get an Aquarius, like
Yeah.
a good one, because there could be
There are some crazy ones.
there's some crazy
like,
motherfuckers out there. Yeah,
ditzy, like
yeah, and very like, detached. And
Yeah.
just like whatever.
Oh
so,
yeah, there was a
yeah.
tarot card girl that I know is.
There's
an
always
Aquarius.
one that comes
There's
to mind.
always-
There's always that one, and I've been that person for somebody. I'm sure.
The tarot card girl.
No, just like that ditzy kind of like Aquarius friend.
Yeah.
That's just like crazy. I don't know.
I
used to
seem
be
very
locked-
self-assured.
now
Yeah,
because I'm like in my
doing a lot of
30s,
work.
but like it's taking a lot of work to get here. Anyone who's known me in my past life or when I was younger, like I for sure was just like I was the chaotic friend. Now I've calmed down a lot. So,
Same.
yeah, I think it's just growth,
Yeah, it is.
But okay, so I have a funny story that I haven't told I've told people, but I haven't told the podcast yet. So, I'm turned 33. I'm like, let me get everything tested. Like I got a pap smear today. I got like some blood work.
Yeah.
And then so I got some blood work done, and with that they check everything from like diabetes to STDs to like everything, just to make sure you're okay. And so I got my blood work done. A few days later, I got my results, and I got the results for gonorrhea and chlamydia, and it said that I had it.
Oh my God.
And I'm very confused.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm so sorry. My first reaction was like, how you have chlamydia in a long-term relationship?
Yeah, so I'm freaking out, right? So I'm like, because before my boyfriend, I didn't have sex for like 2 years.
Whoa.
Yes.
You remain celibate by choice?
It was...
Sorry.
I know.
Can I ask or no?
No, you can. I'm an open book, and I'm not worried. But like it, that's a long story because I was like, it wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna be celibate. It just kind of like happened because I felt like I was falling too hard for guys because the sex would be so good, so I'd be very clouded. And so I even was in a relationship for a year and never even had sex with him because I just didn't trust him. I knew that he would eventually leave me, and he did. So I was glad that I didn't have sex with him because I didn't want to get more attached, even though I knew that like it wasn't going to work out. But anyways, but the partner that I had 2 years prior, like I remember we like never used a condom, but I got tested and I pretty sure it said I was fine. Otherwise I would have obviously got like medication for it, whatever. But I like came to this conclusion that it's probably like my sex toys or something. I don't know. However, I told my boyfriend, he's freaking out because I'm like, I know he didn't cheat on me because I'm a cuck and I would have loved it and I want him to cheat on me. Like this is nothing. Like
I'm a cuck.
Yeah, like I would have we would have, if he cheated on me, I would have known. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a secret. So, and I'm like, I didn't cheat on him, but so yeah, so I'm like, the only thing is I could think of it are like my sex toys. So can you get chlamydia and gonorrhea from sex toys?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay. So anyway, so I'm freaking out.
Did you ask your gyno?
No, I didn't. But I just got the results. I'm freaking out. I'm like telling my boyfriend. He's like, well, what the fuck? Like, how do we get gonorrhea and chlamydia in a relationship? I was like, I don't know. So he has to go get checked. And so he made like an appointment for that day. And then I'm just freaking out because I'm like doing research. Is it fucking sex toys? Like how did I get gonorrhea and chlamydia?
My first answer is unless you share sex toys, I don't think you can get it from a sex toy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
right.
I went back to my results and they were negative.
Oh
I
my
misread
God.
it.
Oh my God.
So I was going through a spiral for like 2 hours.
Oh my
thinking
God.
I had chlamydia and gonorrhea.
I feel so bad for you because that spiral be crazy.
That spiral's crazy because you're like
crazy.
Especially when you're in a relationship. I'm like, I haven't been fucking anyone else. So
I one time had sex with a guy who after sex told me he had herpes. And
Isn't
no shame for other people who have it as long as you communicate your status. But like I was in that fucking spiral for a long time because then I immediately went to Planned Parenthood to get tested and had to wait for my results. So I know what that spiral felt like. It's so much anxiety.
I had so much anxiety because I'm just like, I'm thinking like, is it from my partner from like 2019? Like, is it from...
Like it's just stayed in there? Because it doesn't mean that you'll always have symptoms.
That's what I'm saying.
You can always have shit and like not have symptoms.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people that found out their herpes situation, it's because they got super stressed out about life. And then they started having symptoms. They're holy fuck, what happened?
Like, what's happening?
Like I didn't have sex for like 6 months. What happened? Oh no, like you've always had it, but you just didn't have symptoms. But that's pretty crazy. Like, you know, when so I really okay, then now the answer is you cannot get chlamydia from your sex toys.
Yeah, but I was convinced. I was like, it was my vibrator. It was my vibrator that gave me chlamydia. Like I was convinced.
So did your boyfriend go get checked?
Well, he made an appointment. He was gonna leave, and eventually was like, "Oh, you don't have to go anymore. I misread the results."
Well, it's good to get checked anyways.
Yeah. But maybe he. He's gonna get like blood work done, kind of like how I
HPV though. Like I just saw a new study that said like it.
Does it ever go away?
It doesn't go away, but you can get HPV shots when you're an adolescent, and the cancer rate reduces significantly. Cervical cancer rate. Yeah, reduces
so that's a
significantly.
good shot too.
So if you are listening and you have kids, like when they're teenagers, consider getting
I think I had one
HPV shot.
Yeah, I think I had one too. But I I did have HPV results before.
Yeah. Almost everybody has HPV. Like I
yeah.
have HPV. It just depends on which strand.
You're right.
There are strands that are dangerous, like they could become cervical cancer.
Yeah.
So it's always good to get pap smear, to get tested, ask your doctor about your HPV status, ask your doctor what you can do. A lot of sex educators will still recommend you to get the HPV shot, even if you already have HPV, because there are so many strands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are those strands? Like, they cause just like cancer and.
There are like, I think 2 main strands. I think the 18 and 19 that cause cancer, but still like not, it doesn't cause like for everybody.
Okay.
But it has way higher likelihood. So it is dangerous, and it's always good to go get tested and get your blood work done regularly and go see your gyno. Your gyno is your best friend.
I know, for sure. But yeah, so I thought I had chlamydia and gonorrhea for like 2 hours. So that was
2 hours.
And it's so funny because I called like 3 of my best friends. So it was like I could like
because then it's like the guessing game, like what variable in your life.
And so they were stressed for 2 hours for me. So having to like go back and tell everyone like I have ADHD, I misread everything. Like, I am so sorry. They're like, how could you misread these results?
Oh my gosh.
And so, but then it got me thinking. It inspired me.
I'm stressed out for you.
I know. It did inspire me though, because I was like, can you get it from sex toys? Like, what if I actually did have it and it was from that? Right. And also like, let's say I didn't get it from like my partner from 2019. Like I just been walking around with gonorrhea and chlamydia with like no like symptoms. Like, how would that affect my health?
You know, that's really crazy because I one time had BV for like 3 months.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I just thought like, oh, I'm gonna like wash my vulva better. I'm gonna like drink cranberry juice or do whatever like home remedies were. And I just like refused to go see a doctor. And then literally I just couldn't because it smells so bad. Every time I'm like, I feel so bad for my partner at the time.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, oh my God, like it doesn't go away. I try washing it with this
Did you do
the douche?
Not the douche. Not the douche. Those
the tablet.
The
yeah.
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 What is it called again?
I used what is it? But I know what you're talking about. Yes. You shoot it up.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. I did that. I also
I wanted to say acid reflux, but that's not
no.
it.
No, that's like heartburn.
That's heartburn, bitch.
That's different.
That's the wrong thing.
But yeah, I think as women, we just like we can tolerate so much, you know, because of our period and like growing up with it, and so that we just stay with things for a long time.
Yeah.
So finally I got it treated, and I'm like, oh my God, my vagina doesn't smell anymore. And it's like such a relief, like a big relief. So in that sense, like, you know, thank God for Western medicine. Because I was like using sage. I was saging my pussy. I was like using my crystals. Like, drinking cranberry juice.
I don't want...
Like, oh my God.
And those shits, like, they smell. Like, it affects
BV.
it. Like,
have you had it?
I've had
it like a couple times.
I've had it once, and is it the one that it's not?
It just smells bad.
It just smells bad. But there was one where like it hurt to pee.
Oh no, that's UTI.
Yeah, UTI.
I've had a lot of UTIs too.
Yeah. I've had a UTI once. And
UTI sucks so bad.
Yeah.
But then you literally pop that antibiotic and it's gone. So like Western medicine helps.
For sure.
The first time I had UTI, I was really trying to not use Western medication. So I was taking these like homeopathic stuff, and it took like 3-4 days before I was like, fuck this. I'm going to go get antibiotics. And I did. And it literally went away in 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just going to give in and not just have to like deal with it.
A few times after that I got UTI, every time I'm just like, I'm going to go get antibiotic and I'm just going to deal with fucked up guts later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, antibiotics bad for you too.
It is. You shouldn't be doing those all the time. Yeah. There's always pros and cons. But what time are we? I mean, we're over an hour, but I really want to read. I want to read an email.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye. If you're still here. But we are going to read an email. And I felt like you could probably give some good insight. And then, So this one is called Why is Sucking Dick Not Fun for Me? It's not fun for a lot of us, but we just do it anyway. Anyways, so hi, my name is Gabby. Feel free to use my name. I'm a 19-year-old female Pisces dating a 20-year-old male Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Oh. I need help. I don't like to suck dick. Don't get me wrong. I want to like it, like I really do, but it's physically uncomfortable for me. Emotionally, I'm all for it. I'll even get in the mood to suck his dick, but my jaw just cramps, my mouth gets dry, and to be honest, I don't like the taste of cum. Sue me. It tastes yucky. Now, here's the thing. The dick is bomb. Like, it's good, but so long and so girthy that I can't get it in my mouth. He by no means is upset that I have a hard time. If anything, he's so understanding, but I can tell he wants it and I want it. I just want to get better for the both of us. I need a good head giving lesson. I know you have an older episode, but I need a new updated version specifically to my needs. Please help a girl out. Give me techniques, products, whatever. I just want to suck that dick. Aww. I get that.
She's so wholesome.
So wholesome, right? She's like, I'm a 19-year-old guy. I just want to suck his dick, make him happy.
Pisces, so I'm emotional.
Right. And so I get that.
Okay, like first off, he's a Virgo dude, so he's kinky. Like he's gonna want that.
Yeah.
He's gonna want that dick suck.
For sure. I think every guy wants
yes,
it. Well, actually,
particularly Virgos are kinky, so they're gonna want some techniques. They're gonna want some dirty shit. They're gonna want you to like have your tears down your eyes.
Yeah, they want to see you work for it.
They want that deep throat. Like I'm a Virgo, I'm kinky as hell. I want to see all kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah. So
I love that. Know that guy is definitely waiting for that. So first off, like I commend Gabby for even like asking this question
for
and like
sure.
wanting to
at
put
19
in
years old,
so much effort, like wanting to put in the effort. Like,
yeah,
I did not have that kind of motivation.
Girl, I'm kind of lazy with it. I'm so. I need help for like motivation.
I'm like a little lick, like and then I'm done.
I know. I just lick it. Like I know the spots, do the thing. A deep throat. Like I have a small mouth.
Yeah.
So like I've had trouble just like there's some dicks I've come across where I'm like, that's not going. It's just no way because my teeth are gonna scream.
Your mouth is small.
Yeah. People think I'm like kidding, but I'm like, no, it's small.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I can't put much in there.
So are you Gabby?
I know. This is me actually.
Yeah. So Gabby, listen, like there are a lot of different things you can do, but first off, like you got to do that jaw exercise because it is a thing.
It is. Yeah. My jaw does like.
Yeah.
Or like I'm a mouth breather.
I do it with my gua sha. So like I'm like do this.
Oh, that's a good idea with the gua sha.
Yeah, do the gua sha and then do the jaw exercise. Like just open your mouth like 10 times and get comfortable with like using your jaw. I think a lot of the discomfort though could potentially be mental discomfort too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like, there's a dick in my mouth. Like,
yeah,
you think about it.
Well, you're just like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Then you can't do it. It's like self-fulfilling prophecy. You have to be like, oh my God, I'm excited. This is blow opportunity, not a blow job.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like you're not like
blow opportunity.
Yeah, like it's all about like just cheering yourself on. Yeah, like being your cheerleader.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. You gotta be like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking suck this dick. Like suck him dry. Bro, you're not gonna have any cum left.
But she says she hates the taste of cum.
Yeah, so okay, here are some tips. Like first off, you gotta do the combo blowjob. So like this blow opportunity, a combo blowjob is using both of your hands because he's well endowed and your mouth. So that you're not just like the entire time like just fucking up your neck and like trying to suck that dick. Like use your hands, girl. Like no one says you have to be hands free. Like, use both of your hands if his dick is huge, or one hand if his dick is average, so you don't make him feel bad. Because if you use both hands, like it's gone.
Or just put one on the balls.
Yeah, you know? One on the balls, one on the dick. Use your mouth. Like use your whole system. Like use both of your hands. Use your mouth. Just do a combo. Two things when you say your mouth is dry. Like one, drink if it's really always dry. Like that's a problem in general. So like you need to hydrate yourself better. Drink lots more water and also like drink like Pedialytes.
Right.
Yeah, like hydrate yourself. If your mouth is always dry, I think that's other like health issues too.
Yeah.
Two, you know, we talked about this earlier. Edible lube.
Yeah.
Edible lube is helpful. I'm not gonna say any brand. You can like kind of Google and find edible lube because I don't know what like your advertising situation is.
That's fine. If there's one that you like to recommend, I'm fine with that.
I like edible lube in general.
Okay.
Like I got sent a lot because of brands like PR boxes. So I have different brands that I kind of rotate. But I think edible lube is helpful because one, it makes the like smell of everything is kind of like really fun and fruity. Like, yes, we love dick smell. Like I love it too. But it's just a fun change. Like it's a change. If you've been together over a year, like you want some change.
Yeah.
So edible lube can help you suck dick, get it more wet, taste better, use both of your hands. And I think too, when you give a blowjob, I think a lot of girls already do this, but what makes it fun for me is me sitting on my vibrator. Do you do that?
Wait, I've actually done that
I always do.
I've actually done that a couple times. Yeah. And you know what? You're right. That actually, I don't know why I don't do that more.
No, that's why for me, it's a opportunity because it's an opportunity for me to play with my clit and just put the vibrator on while I'm like giving a blowjob. So I feel like a porn star because I'm like giving this blowjob, giving it my all, like doing the job, and also like have the vibrator on my clit. So when I'm about to come, I make noises. So he then is like, oh shit, she's about to come. I'm about to come too. Yeah. So that is kind of like the winning combo.
That is a winning. I've done that a couple times, and I don't know why. I forgot that I've done that. That's a good idea.
It's sexy.
That is.
Yeah. And if you don't like cum, you can always have them cum on your titties.
Yes.
It's hot.
That's what I do too. I'm just like cum on my boobs. Pearl necklace. Or like cum on my face and make sure it's not around the eyes or in the hair. Like I'm fine with that, you know?
Yeah. Oh, are you like a cum on my face girl?
He likes it.
You know, a lot of girls have like mental block about that. Like it's degrading.
I don't care.
Me neither.
I was like, I don't give a shit. I just don't want it in my eyes or my hair. So like, just make sure, just like it's right here.
Eyelashes are very expensive.
You're right. I was like, I also like don't want to get like, you know, I don't know, a sty or something or an infection. You could get like infections. I'm pretty sure. So I like just try to avoid that. And I also don't like how it gets sticky in the hair too. Yeah. Like I don't
crusty.
Like that. Yeah, it gets crusty. Ugh. So yeah, I tell him to not do that. But I'll let him come on my face if he like wants.
You nasty girl. You nasty.
You know, when I want to have sex, I'm nasty. But you're like
yes. But the issue is the
issue is just getting there. But when I'm there, she's a fucking slut. It's
sexual meditation.
I've never heard of that until now.
After 2 weeks.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use your guided meditation. But yeah, oh my god, this was so much fun.
I can't believe it's more than an hour. Already.
I know. I like want to keep going. That means you have to come back.
This is like a friend from like high school. Like it feels like chatting with a friend from high school and just chatting. Like,
that's always the vibe I want it to be because it's not so serious.
I love your podcast. It's so cool.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you came on because I've been seeing you all over the internet and I've been like such a fan of your work. So I'm so grateful that you're here. That means you have to come back because I feel like we're just getting started.
I will be back. I'll be
back. Well, where can people find you? Plug your Instagram, your podcast, and all those things.
So my website has all my information. It's lovebites.co, LUVBITES.co. That's also my Instagram and TikTok, lovebites.co.
Yeah. Yes, and then follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit is there. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Broke Girl Therapy.